Cold case no more. Tonight, more than 3 decades after 19-year-old Kathy Swartz was murdered in Three Rivers, a suspect is in custody.
News 8's Byron Tollefson shows us how WMU students helped with the break in the case.
In December of 1988, 19-year-old Kathy Swartz was found brutally killed inside her apartment here in Three Rivers. For more than 3 decades, it's been a mystery who killed her. But today, investigators say they have an answer. Nearly 35 years ago, a man found his fiancée, a young mother, slain on her bedroom floor in Three Rivers. Kathy Swartz, just 19 years old, viciously beaten, stabbed several times, and strangled to death, with her 9-month-old daughter in her crib nearby. The killing has haunted investigators for decades.
You always remember the cases you don't solve and that are still out there, especially on a homicide such as this.
It was big because it was brutal. It was brutal, and rumors fly, and that's the problem. When you don't find your bad guy, people worry, and it caused a lot of problems for a lot of years.
Decades went by without answers for Kathy's family, until now, with Robert Waters, now 53, arrested Sunday in South Carolina for Kathy's murder.
It took 35 years, but nobody ever stopped thinking about it.
The investigation took a big step forward last year, with Three Rivers Police and Michigan State Police turning to an emerging technology that's solving more and more cold cases.
It took a long time, but really science solved this.
Forensic genetic genealogy, which pairs DNA analysis and genealogy research, brought the list of suspects down to a single family, and then finally Waters.
It's a beautiful thing about DNA technology. It is literally changing by leaps and bounds every month. So time is really on the side of solving some of these cold cases.
Investigators had help from college students. Juniors and seniors from the cold case program at Western Michigan University spent 4 months on this case, organizing and scanning 10,000 documents so investigators could easily access them online, allowing them to quickly search for specific information.
Witness statements, crime scene photos, autopsy photos, everything that law enforcement had. The case was so old, there were many times where the case was reopened, so it was important for the current detectives to know what was in the file.
It was extremely important. So a lot of our detectives like to tell us, like what you did was exponential to us.
A case broke open, but not over. Now the prosecution begins against Waters, charged with open murder and possibly facing life in prison.
Giving closure to Kathy's family, particularly her daughter, who was a baby when the crime took place. So I hope she can rest easier tonight.
Waters has waived his right to an extradition hearing, so the St. Joseph County Sheriff's Department is working on arrangements to bring him back here. In Three Rivers, Byron Tollefson, News 8.